Moscow rules facing the Moscow rules facing the Russian oligarchs. Part 1. Introduction. The death of a journalist. Welcome back to the channel. In the world of international espionage, there is a set of guidelines known as the Moscow rules. They are the protocols for surviving in a city where every wall has ears and every shadow is a predator. Our story begins with the brutal assassination of a Russian journalist in the heart of Moscow. Before his death, he attempted to send a desperate, coded warning to one man, Gabriel Allon. The message was only a few words long, but it was enough to send a shudder through the halls of the Mossad and the CIA. Gabriel is forced to leave his new bride, Chiara, and the peaceful canals of Venice to enter the lion's den. He is stepping into a new Russia, a place where the rules have changed, but the stakes are still life and death. Welcome to Moscow Rules. Part 2. Breathless Plot Highlights. Ivan Kharkov and the Weapons of Death. 1. The world's most dangerous man. The drama ignites when Gabriel identifies the target, Ivan Kharkov. Kharkov is a former KGB operative who has become one of the wealthiest men on the planet by selling high-grade weaponry on the black market. The Kich-Tianch, or the high-stakes tension, peaks when Gabriel discovers that Kharkov is preparing to sell advanced surface-to-air missiles to a terrorist group in the Middle East. If the deal goes through, Israeli and Western aircraft will be falling from the sky. It is a direct threat to the survival of the Jewish state. 2. Elena Kharkova, the Achilles Heel. To get to a man as insulated as Ivan, Gabriel needs a way in. He finds it in Ivan's wife, Elena. She is a beautiful woman living in a gilded cage, surrounded by luxury but paralyzed by fear of her husband's brutality. The suspense becomes suffocating during a secret meeting in the south of France, where Gabriel must use all his powers of persuasion to convince Elena to betray her husband. He isn't just asking for information. He is asking her to sign her own death warrant to save thousands of innocent lives. 3. The ruthless power of the FSB. Unlike previous enemies, Gabriel isn't fighting a small cell. He is up against the FSB, the successor to the KGB. The tension in the Moscow chapters is masterfully written. Gabriel is followed at every turn. Every phone call is monitored, and every safe house is a potential trap. Daniel Silva captures the psychological toll of operating in a state where the government and organized crime are essentially the same entity. It is a game of high-stakes hide-and-seek, where one wrong move means a one-way trip to a Siberian prison. 4. The heart-pounding escape. The climax of the book is a masterclass in action. Gabriel must execute a daring plan to extract Elena and her children from Russia right from under Ivan's nose. The sequence at the airport and the high-speed chase toward the border are visceral and cinematic. Gabriel has to prove that while Ivan has the money and the army, a kill artist with nothing to lose is still the most dangerous force in the world. Part 3. Artistic Highlights. The Coldness of the New Rome. Daniel Silva paints a chilling portrait of modern Moscow. It is a city of extreme contrasts. The blinding glitz of billionaire lifestyles and armored Mercedes-Benzes, set against a backdrop of Soviet-era cruelty and gray, freezing streets. The artistic highlight of this book is the way Silva uses the weather and the architecture to build a sense of dread. There is a haunting scene where Gabriel, in a cold Moscow safe house, finds a moment to sketch. The starkness of his surroundings reflects his own internal isolation. Silva successfully conveys that while Moscow has become wealthy, its soul remains as cold as the permafrost. Part 4. Analysis. When the villains become oligarchs. The core message of Moscow Rules is a warning for the 21st century. The most dangerous enemies are no longer hiding in caves. They are sitting in luxury boardrooms and manipulating the world with a checkbook in one hand and a missile contract in the other. Silva explores the mutation of the KGB into a corporate mafia. The book analyzes the fragility of the New World Order, where the hunger for profit often outweighs national security. Gabriel's journey is a reflection on the new Cold War. It suggests that while the Berlin Wall fell, the spirit of tyranny simply found a new, more expensive suit to wear. Part 5. Conclusion. The rematch is set. Moscow Rules is a turning point for Gabriel Allon. He has survived the hunt, but he has made a permanent and powerful enemy in Ivan Kharkov. The ending leaves the tension unresolved, setting the stage for a personal and professional war that will span the globe. Thank you for joining me for this summary of Book 8. Do you think Ivan Kharkov is Gabriel's most formidable rival yet? Does the new Cold War setting make for a better spy story than the original one? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our review of the next chapter, The Defector, the explosive rematch between Allon and Kharkov. Until next time, stay alert and remember, in Moscow the rules are always written in blood.